I'm actually about to give a presentation on group dynamics because they're always important and active, not just in therapy groups, not just in psychedelic ceremony groups. Like, we're all embedded in communities and smaller to larger groups. And so those dynamics are always at play. The way I describe groups is they're amplifiers in good and bad ways. So, they can really accelerate one's sense of connection and healing and integration journey. And they can go off the rails depending on how storming phase the ruptures are managed. There's this idea in the CIS program, the California Institute of Integral Studies, that I'm helping out with their psychedelic training program more regularly now. There's this idea of beloved community that they've integrated more and more each cohort year into the experience. These cohorts are 100 to 300 total, so they're large. How do we kind of set up expectations of how to engage with one another? Positive engagement with one another is not necessarily modeled in our world today. So, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
Beautifully said.
So I think it takes explicit kind of conversation about this. How do we come up and cope with and become aware of, and then mitigate some of our intense feelings without denying them in a group process and context? How do we, talk about things that are more vulnerable and respond to other people who are being vulnerable in a supportive and healing way? How are we present with that, just bearing witness? Like, all these things are, easier said than done, given like the constant stressors in life. And when we're able to do that, that can really amplify the healing potential of therapy, the healing potential of these training programs and psychedelic experiences, for sure. It can help in the integration process. I'll tell you some challenges I've seen, and maybe you two have as well. I've had people come to me after their first psychedelic experience, and they try to do some integration groups, and those integration groups laughed at them about how excited they were about their first experience, how meaningful it was for them, and that they want to, do this more. They're really deeply curious. Like, it was really a harsh reaction. And this is from other people that are longtime users of psychedelics. But there can be this elitism that gets embedded within groups and hierarchies, right? That's kind of
still human. Human.
Exactly. It's part of our human nature. I know we try not to be essentialists in any way as existential thinkers, but there's a part of that tends to happen. So we have to be mindful and aware of that. So that's an example. I used to think that psychedelic experiences, that experience of interconnectedness, these mystical-like experiences could be really what heals the world. If everyone just had a psychedelic experience, this is one of those early thoughts, right? If everyone just had a psychedelic experience, the world would be a better place. And now I laugh at myself, the naivete. But they can be part of a bigger picture about how we can do better and treat each other better, treat ourselves better, and start to heal some of these wounds. But we have to do that mindfully. So groups have great potential, but really have to go in all eyes open and how to make it.